Alright, well, welcome back. In today's video, I'm gonna be showing my Minecraft settings, texture packs, and my mods folders because a lot of people have been asking me for them. And to be honest, the last time I did this, it was like 11 months ago. So it is very outdated, and I think I finally found a gameplay that I like using. So, just to start, here are my texture packs. I don't use that much. So, the first texture pack is my low fire. Or not mine, but this is the low fire that I use. As you could see, I'm gonna place another armor stand. So yeah, that is basically what it looks like. The next thing I have is fishing rod hook. So as you can see at the end, there's no fishing rod hook. Wait, I do it on myself. Come on. Okay, so there's no hook in your way. I mean, there is the string, but the hook is the most annoying part in PvP, which I have removed. And the next thing is pure concrete. For example, like, as you can see, this concrete is like really smooth. It's one color. So I mainly use this to cut something out during like editing or thumbnails if I'm ever making those. You know, it's just like, it's very easy to cut when it's just one smooth color. So the next thing is smaller mace. So as you can see, compared to usual, it's smaller. It's like more fit in the hand. A lot of people kind of have mixed feelings on that, but personally, I like it. So yeah, and the last thing is the shield. As you can see, it's smaller in offhand, which is really important for PvP, so the big ass shield doesn't block your way. So the next thing I'm gonna get into are my mods. Now, I don't really know what half of these do. Zoomify, zoom, as you can see. Then I shall start off from here. Apple skin is the saturation that I currently have on my hunger bars. It's really useful for PvP. Saturation is one of the most essential parts of, you know, knowing when to heal or just generally health management. Then auto attack, this is a mod that just automatically strikes. For example, you could use this when you're AFKing. I don't really know if this is allowed on servers. I mean, to be honest, I don't really use it, but yeah. Even though I don't use auto sprint, I know that it has a bug. Sometimes it can just randomly stop. So this basically fixes it. Better hurt cam. So this is the thing that I use to, you know, not have like the flashy health. As you can see, when I take damage, so usually, it would look like this. When I take damage, you could like see that like white flash thing. And to be honest, that sometimes really annoys me. So I have that turned off. Next thing I have is borderless full screen. This is because I have two monitors. And if any of you guys watching have two monitors, you know that sometimes when you tab out, your game just completely like minimizes. And this basically stops it from doing that. Clear water lava. I think this is kind of common sense in a way, as you can see. Although I guess you can't really see. It's kind of like, you can see that it's like kind of clear. And same thing goes for lava. Okay, this one is a bit more obvious. Yeah. So the next mod that I have is clumps. This basically just brings all the XP bottles together to make it less laggy. As you can see, usually that'll be more orbs. Yeah, you can just see it right there. They're like combined. The next thing is command keys. This is also really useful. I don't really have anything. So basically, if you put like a thing over here, you could put like a random keybind and type like a command. I don't know, like game mode survival. And once you go in the thing and you press that keybind, it automatically just puts you in survival. It is really useful for servers that have like anything special, like abilities or something that activate on a command. That way you could just use it through keybinds instead of having to go in chat and just type the thing. The next thing is crosshair indicator. Now, I don't really have a way to show you this. But in a lot of my videos, you could probably see whenever I'm like looking at a player, my crosshair changes. And to be honest, I just like that a lot because it kind of indicates when like I'm able to hit the player. Also, I'm not gonna lie, I think the crosshair just looks really cool. Next thing is entity culling. Basically, what this does is whenever there's like a big amount of entities, it tries to minimize the lag as much as possible. Essential is basically just a client. This is not exactly necessary, but I just like using it. It's a mod that creators usually use for getting those cinematic shots that you could see in a lot of videos, even mine. So yeah, gamma utils, full bright. Iris, this is for shaders. Item scroller, now this is the sort of macro. I don't really use this too much. What I do use it for is this thing. As you can see, I can drop like all of the items by just clicking a keybind. And I can trade with villagers more efficiently also by one keybind. I don't really use it for anything else other than that. Because as far as I'm aware, it is not exactly allowed on servers. Yeah, as you could just see. It's not really allowed from what I know, but you know, it's just useful to have for those kinds of things. So that's why I try not to overuse it in any way, and I minimize it to only those two mechanics. Lithimatica, this is basically to just load in a build. It's only for builders. I'm not a builder, but yeah, I just like to have it. Lithium is an FPS boost mod. Malilib, I actually don't know what this is. I think it's a client-side mod. Midnight controls. Okay, so this is really not necessary. You don't have to add this. What this is basically just, it adds a controller support, and because I have a controller, I like to play with it sometimes when I'm bored. Minecraft capes. This is the thing that I used for this cape, which is actually public. So yeah, if you want that, you can get it. It's not mine. I don't take credit for it, but I just think it's really cool. It fits my skin. The next mod is mod menu, which is the mod I'm using right now to show you the mods. Not enough animations. I don't really use this, so I'll just scroll through the settings. I don't think I have. Okay, it's not that important. Remove Warden Darkness. This is pretty straightforward what it is. Shulker box tulip. What's in my shulker box? Basically, it's kind of simple. So as you can see, the keybind you can check. Simple voice chat, kind of straightforward. Sodium FPS boost mod. I don't know what this actually is, so I'll skip over. Yuka's armor HUD. Here, if you want my exact settings as well. Wavy capes, kind of straightforward as well. World edit, bit straightforward. Zero's mini map, world map, Zero lib, zoomify. Yeah, that is basically it. Here are my actual settings, as you can see. Quality, performance. Although I don't really think these are that useful. I didn't change anything in those. Animations. Particles. Now the only thing I've disabled is these two, and critical hit and enchanted hit, and that is, oh, and explosion. Sky, stars, all of this is on. Render. I really like this new Minecraft fog that they added. So this is basically it. It's a bit annoying in the nether, but that's because I haven't really configured that part. And extras. Now here's my FOV. I use 105. All right, so the next thing I have is my keybinds. Now I have these two reverted, I think is the word. I will just skip like a lot, honestly. There's not much to show, so you can pause the video if you want to see. And I think that is it. I don't think I have anything else to show. So if you enjoyed this tutorial, then glad. Didn't, then I don't know. But yeah,